what do you say, Sheamus? What about a match? And then Ridge Holland's like, well, I'll give it a go, would you? Why don't you wrestle me? No, I changed my mind. I don't want to wrestle anymore.
So moving on, we have Edge. He is in the ring, and he asks what we're all thinking. What are you doing here, Edge? Edge says it's been far too long since I've been in Calgary, and he needed an excuse to be here, and he found one. Edge wants to wrestle in a match next week. Edge wants a match against a warrior, someone who he's never faced before in Mortal Kombat. Edge wants a challenge. Edge wants to be tested. Edge wants Sheamus. And at that moment, I skip to the next segment because I have no fucking interest in Edge versus Sheamus. So, you said you liked it. Tell me why. Change my mind.
So, it was a friendly back and forth between the two. Edge talks about how when he was retired from wrestling with his triple fusion neck surgery, there was one guy who kind of turned the idea on that maybe he can wrestle again. That guy was Sheamus. Well, you see, him and Sheamus, they filmed a Celtic Warrior workout back in like 2019 or something like that, which I did watch when it did like
it was
first
awesome.
air. Yeah, he said that during that Celtic Warrior workout, they did a mountain bike ride, and there was a point where Edge wiped out on his bike. He was all like bruised up, bloodied up from the wipeout on the bike, and Sheamus, you know, being I guess a funny guy for the camera, he said, "And this guy can't wrestle." And apparently that was the moment that Edge was like, "Wait a minute, why can't I wrestle?" So then he started training to get back. And when he was first coming into the business, Edge was like the only person that was nice to him. And if it wasn't for Edge, he'd be working a regular job right now. He had still not answered Edge yet. And then finally he asked the crowd, "Do you want to see me and Edge go one-on-one next week?" Of course they said yes. And then they agreed to the match. They shake hands. Right after the handshake, Sheamus didn't let go. He pulls Edge in and he says, "I hope you didn't make a mistake." And then that was how the segment ended. So they brought like a real life thing into it.
His YouTube channel.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the Brawling Brutes are out there with him, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking it would be funny if Edge was like, "What do you say, Sheamus? What about a match?" And then Ridge Holland's like, "Well, I'll give it a go, would you? Why don't you wrestle me?"
God, no.
No, I changed my mind. I don't want to wrestle anymore.
I'd rather go play in traffic. I'd have a better shot.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just it's too sappy. They're laughing and ha ha ha. It was more like this is a performance.
Yeah, like I said, they're gonna have a friendly competition.
Yeah. And Sheamus he's kind of in the McIntyre and Finn Balor.
With the accent thing?
No, it's not even the accent. It's just like Sheamus was awesome, but now like he's kind of like a little mini version of the Big Show. He's just kind of done it all. He's flip-flop back and forth between heel and face that like you don't even know which one he is on which day.
Well, I think he's still a face.
I know.
Right?
I mean,
no.
On paper he's still a face, but like tomorrow he could play a heel. And would it make a difference?
When McIntyre came back and he was the psycho killer heel, or the Scottish psychopath.
Yeah.
And he was with Dolph Ziggler. I think that was the best version of Drew McIntyre I've seen.
You said that. I missed that. Where is Dolph Ziggler? Jesus.
I don't know.
If anybody would have a good feud with Seth Rollins, think about that. If he comes back.
Well, he's gatekeeper Dolph, so.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you're going to just shoehorn somebody into a feud, I think Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah. He could
be fresh.
And they put on a good match.
It wouldn't be a tag match against the Judgment Day. I'll say that. And I guess they're not doing the open challenges anymore.
For Seth Rollins?
For anybody. It's just...
Yeah.
It's kind of disappointing. That was one of the highlights. But too sappy. The YouTube channel thing, the laughing, and I don't know. Doesn't work for me, brother.
There you go.